Dude, yo, what's good, Harry? Say hello, shall we? What EFL stadiums have about? We won't all be on there. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Jeez, mate, you know you tried to compliment a girl and it's just like, you're weird. It's like, okay. Just take the damn compliment, you know? Just take the compliment. You're laying in bed with an awful cold. I've on and off had this cold for like 3 months, honestly. I swear, it's like, I get a cold, I have a cold for ages and ages and ages, and then it goes and I'm like, yes, get in. And then like 2 or 3 days later, I start getting a sore throat again and a cold again. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This happened like all year. I was in bed for like 3 days last week with a cold. When I get colds, it really hits me. I'm in bed all the time when I've got a cold. Yeah, so I had a cold quite badly last week. I started getting it, and then a couple of days later, I started getting this chesty cough, and I've had that since Sunday. Fun times. Stadium MK link. Yeah, of course you can. I keep meaning to put them back in my descriptions. I just forget a lot. Where's the Stadium MK? So I've done all of these on the page here, but I've also done. Oops. Okay, hang on. Stream? Why am I in 144p again? You know exactly how I feel. You've been getting. Yeah, it's rubbish, isn't it? It's fucking rubbish. Hang on. I was going to show you the rest of these stadiums I've done. The entire list of stadiums that I've ever built is playlist. That's what I'm looking for. I'll get there eventually. Is I've done 30 stadiums here. We've done Bramall Lane, which is Sheffield United, Riverside, which is Middlesbrough, the New Lawn, which is Forest Green. These are all in chronological order as well, so this is like in the order that I built them. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was the fourth one I built, which is Tottenham Hotspur. Sixfield Stadium, which is Northampton, the Liberty Stadium, Swansea, the Pride Stadium, Chesterfield, the Cardiff City Stadium, Cardiff. Like in between these two stadiums, I maybe had like 9-month break. And then the San Siro, which is AC in Inter Milan. Stadium MK, which is MK Dons. Anfield, which is Liverpool. Vicarage Road, which is Watford. The Amex Stadium, which is Brighton. Kenilworth Road, which is Luton. Ewood Park, which is Blackburn. Estadio Municipal de Batac, which is CD Legané. Teleparken, I think it's just called Parken now, which is Copenhagen. And yeah, it does stink, you're right, it's rubbish, isn't it? St Mary's Stadium, which is Southampton. Estadio Benito Villamarín, which is Real Betis Ballon PSAD. St James's Park, which is Newcastle. Molineux, which I co-built with the architect, which is Wolves. the Pirelli Stadium, which is Burton, Fratton Park, which is Portsmouth, Craven Cottage plus the expansion, you know, like the new big stand we've got, because it didn't exist when I built it, which is Fulham. Estadio Mestalla, Valencia, second best I've ever built, and Carrow Road, Norwich. I also need to add, another video to that. Hang on. We've got another one that I need to add to that. So I haven't added it yet. I'm sorry, Freak. I'm gonna have to hide that comment. I can't have that comment in my chat. I'm sorry, bro. Welcome, though. How are you? I need to add this to it. Add to playlist. What? According to this, it's on it. Oh, it's not on this. Oh yeah, it is. It's there. Sorry, I've got two more. Crown Oil Arena, which is Rochdale, and Stadio de Dragao, which is Porto. Sorry, I didn't realise I had two more. So they're my like existing stadiums that I built. But in addition, I've also built, because you know why. You know what it says. I built 3 custom stadiums. I built B3 Park, this was built in 2018. We built the AIM Arena, which was built in 2018, and the SG Arena, which was for Steve Games competition. Oops, I don't know what I've gone on there. Which was built in 2020. Yeah, I built this Steve Games. He had a competition, like best stadium one. I came second, apparently. I think he came second. Yeah, a long time ago we built that. We also have some we have some, if I can find them. Where the fuck are they? There, I've gone straight past some stadium redevelopments. We have 4 redevelopments, plus we have a future stadium which I haven't put in a playlist. So we have the Bramall Lane redevelopment, which was built and released in exactly a year like after I originally built Bramall Lane. Hello Hunter, you alright mate? I don't think you're afraid to admit it, but I'm afraid to put it in my chat. Have I ever built a rugby stadium? I haven't built a rugby stadium, no. So this was 2018 again. We did the Kenilworth Road redevelopment, which I've actually built three versions of Luton. I built their actual stadium, I built their redevelopment, which is this, and I built their new stadium. So the redevelopment that I did was basically just like the actual stadium, but redeveloped. You know, it's like just showing that you can actually redevelop it and modernise it. But I actually made it on the same plot of land as the original. So I just took out the original stands and just rebuilt it. So all the existing buildings around it exist IRL as well. So like these houses and whatnot, we're all actually that close to it. So I actually found that you can use the same space and just redevelop it. Guess it'd just be a pain to build it. And we had the Real Betis redevelopment. Look at those bubbles, mate. I mean, this is my best redevelopment, to be fair. Took a while. I think it's a good redevelopment, you know. And of course we did a Fratton Park redevelopment too. My fucking internet's really bad today. I actually did this on PlayStation. I think the cinematic for this is quite good. I know you can't hear the music, so I've got the audio thing turned down for it. But I think this was the first stadium I made where I started syncing the music with the cinematics. So like, when certain shots come into phase, like panning of the inside of the ground, you know, it's cinematic panning. It like synchronizes with when the drop of the song comes in. I don't know, I just thought it was like a neat touch. It just makes it more clean on the video cinematic. Getting all these weird angles like this top of a stand shot. You know, it's just like trying, I don't know, just invent it a little bit differently. I've done that with all my like future stadiums since then. I've actually got another redevelopment after this. It's also not in here. I don't know why it's not in here. God, I need to start adding these. What Premier League team do I think desperately needs a new stadium? I don't know, you know. Hang on. Let me take a look at Premier League teams. I don't think anybody specifically needs a new stadium. However, I think there are some that would need updating. So, I think it's fair to say, I know everyone keeps banging on about Man United needing a new stadium, but I disagree. I think you can just update the current stadium. The current stadium's big and it's nice. It's a good stadium. You just needs updating. I think Brentford, I know it's a new stadium, but I think if Brentford got rid of the multicoloured seats and got it in red and white and a bit of black, you know, like the colour of the actual team, I think it'd look a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. Crystal Palace could do with redeveloping a little bit, to be fair. I'd say the same for Everton. I quite like the tradition of Everton. Except they have got wooden seats in the away end, so I'd probably get rid of them. And Bournemouth could probably do with redeveloping their stadium as well. But aside from that, I wouldn't say anybody specifically needs a new stadium. Just say a couple of tweaks here and there would do. So yeah, that was my Portsmouth redevelopment. But I do also have a couple more stadiums like that I built that I haven't put into videos, into video playlists. Sorry, like this. We have this, which is Luton's new stadium that's being built, the Power Court. Let me just wait. One sec. We have plans to build this already. I think we have planning permission to do it as well. It's not too far from the current stadium. It's in their town centre. It's outside a shopping centre actually. But I think what they're banking on is promotion to the Premier League to be able to start it. I think they need the investment, the injection of money. I think you're gonna have no sleep tonight. Yeah, it's rubbish, that Harry. I've had days like that. It's fucking rubbish, mate. So yeah, because this doesn't actually exist yet, this stadium, it's a lot like Tottenham in the sense that I've had to I've used the images that I could find, but there's not that many images on it. There's a lot more images of Tottenham, but there's not that many images of this stadium. So due to that, I've just sort of guessed at a lot of it, I guess. But I think they're good guesses. I think they're creative enough, but they also make sense. Like the way that I've got the gangways and the concourses to function in this stadium, you can't see them in the video, but the way that I've done it, I think, is very realistic to what way it would be. It makes sense, like to how you'd have them. The big like white metal mechanism on top of the stand is called the halo. That's what we call it. It's like a rectangle, but they call it the halo. It's like where we have the floodlights hanging down from. It's a very unique addition to a stadium, to be honest. I think it looks nice. It's small. It reminds me a little bit of Brentford's new stadium in the size. It's very small. It's not a big one, but it's a nice one. I had fun building it, to be honest. So yeah, I think Luton is now the first stadium that I built 3 versions of a stadium for. First team I built three versions of a stadium for. Yeah. I also have one more stadium that I built but not put on, which is that one. I don't know why I've not put it on. No, I have not playlisted it yet. I released this on Christmas Day of 2021. We got a better quality. Yeah, let's go that. And again, this is built on the same site as the original stadium, so it's got more in surrounding areas, like, but I didn't build a new stadium for this one. I just like built on the current plot of land that the original stadium was on. So like one stand at the side is very similar to how it is on the original stadium, and that is this small stand here where the players come out. It's exactly the same, except for the gangways are now in different positions to make it more accessible. Aside from that, it's exactly the same as it was. Plus, obviously, it's got like the lounges and executive areas on the back of it now, but Burton Albion Brewers. Now, this is like my own personal design. This isn't a planned development for Burton at all. I just thought it's something different. I really like what I've done with it. I like how I've done these as well. They're like stacked instead of like set back from one another. They're like stacked on top of each other. You're right, Brit Race. What's good? Yeah, I just thought like a square stadium that connects all the way around the stadium, connects 4 separate stands from one square mechanism on top. Just looks really cool. So that's what I went with. Yeah. I'd say in terms of small stadiums, that's one of the best I've built. It's one of my favourites that I've built. Like, you might not be able to see it very well, but it's actually built on the same plot of land as this. So that side stand that you saw is this next side stand coming up. Feel like you have COVID. COVID still exists, you know. It's just not as common as it was. And some people do get long COVID, which is like a prolonged, lasting COVID. And all you can actually do for that is just wait for it to go. I don't know why the video's so laggy. It's probably because it was filmed on Xbox. So framey. But yeah, that stand right there that you've just seen is the same stand as in the previous video. Right there. That's that same stand on the side. It's just now redeveloped. Yeah, it's the same size. Just looks different, doesn't it? Ooh. Yeah, I just decided to do something different with it. Anyway, we have to crack on with this. What stadium are we doing? Nissan Stadium. Nashville. Tennessee. By the river. There it is. Right, give me 1 second. Getting bombarded with messages. Let me just respond. Right, we're good. So biggest stadium I've ever built, can you see it? Probably Tottenham. No, wait. Tottenham? San Siro? San Siro, I think. San Siro is the biggest I've built. I'll show it you in a bit, because I kind of need to get on with this. I'm from Sheffield, Harry. I want to crack on with more of these corners today. Yeah, I think San Siro is the biggest I've built. I did have plans to build a cathedral, which isn't an actual cathedral, it's the new Milan stadiums. Again, it's going to be a shared ground. And it's built right at the side of the San Siro. Is that one? 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4 2s. Z 2 1 2 1 Z 1 1. Treble Z and then 7, I think it was, yeah. So that's that one. Right, so we go 1 up. 201. And we get 11, right. So that means from here, we're going to go and do this on all 4 sides first. This comes out 1 on each side now. I mean, we'll do it individually when we get to the side that we're doing. You see on plots, for anybody who doesn't know how plots works, you see on 199, that longest side says 10 on it. And 201, it says 11 on it, and it's got a connecting one, so like that connects with the second set. So anyone who doesn't know, when it changes a number, it goes 1 higher, you come 1 out. So the one that says 10 is this long side. I know it's not 10 like it says on the app, but in terms of corners, it is. When we do corners, we do a quarter circle to do corners. What is my favourite stadium? Favourite stadium is in favourite stadium I've been to, or favourite stadium in general? Four. 3, 3, and 3. 3, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 lots of 2. And we got a 1, 2, double Z, 1 Z. 1, 2. Double Z, 1. Oh yeah, double Z, sorry. 1 Z. And then, so that's going to be a treble Z now, and then that's going to be 3 1s instead of 4 1s. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out to corners, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the corner just reverses itself, so that becomes 3. A treble Z. A 1 and a Z. We get rid of that one, replace it with that. So on these blue ones, we make sure it just covers off the grey wall. And how we work that out, you see I've done treble Z instead of, it's just like a Z like that, but I've done treble Z. The reason I've done that is because it leaves a gap there. And because it leaves a gap there, we just fill it in. Have I ever been to the USA or Canada before? I haven't, but my friend, my best friend, Billy, works in, he works in Sheffield for like 9 months a year, and then for the other 3 months he goes over to Pennsylvania, where he leads kids camps, like a supervisor at kids camps, and he does that every summer. It'll be his 3rd time going this year. He went the year before COVID, and then he wanted to go for 2 years during COVID, but flight restrictions meant that he wasn't permitted to work there. So so he wasn't able to go. But then he went last year, and he's going again this year. I think he jets off in about 2 months. So so yeah, yeah. He's been to a couple of stadiums in the US as well. He says it's incredible. He loves it. Oh, electricity cuts off. You got low battery and no Wi-Fi. Hello, Ben. You alright, mate? How are you? Both, Brit. That's a difficult question. I mean, in total, the grounds that I've been to 109 different grounds now. For football. Most for Sheffield United matches, but I have been to additional grounds for like for non-league matches and stuff. Me and my friends like to do a lot of ground hopping in our spare time. Yeah, Ford treble free. I like to do ground hopping in our spare time. It's quite like a bit of a passion, I guess. So we go to a lot of like non-league matches and stuff, or lower league team matches when Sheffield United aren't playing. I think the best stadium I've been to, maybe not my favourite, but the best stadium I've been to is quite probably Wembley, to be fair. That should be a 1, 2, and a Z. And a 1. Treble 2, and 3 ones. And 5. 1, 2, 3. And treble Z. Hang on, I'll be with you in a second. 1 Z, and that comes 4 up. So again, how these blue side ones work is they all come one above the seating as well, so they're not like in line. So we like cover it off. But you don't want to put it like 2 above it, because then you can't see the pitch. So you just put it 1 above, so the pitch is still visible. It's a nice cut-off point. Yeah, I remember you saying yesterday, Hunter. You're from it's like the most southwest, southern western region of Canada. Am I right? It's near Seattle and Montana, isn't it? Is Seattle Seattle's not a state, is it? Seattle's a city. Is it Washington? Is that the state? You've done 2 stands before the roof. Yeah, I think I was looking at doing all 4 stands before I did the roof. On the Toyota Stadium. It always makes sense for me if a stadium's got a roof on it. Like this one doesn't, for example. Like if a stadium does have a roof, it always makes more sense to me to do all of the stands prior to the roof or the exterior. I know there's a few nut jobs that start the roof and the exterior to a stadium before building the stands, and I think that's wild, to be honest. I know there's a lot of people that don't even do the pitch until they've done the stands, and I still find that wild because then how do you know where your markings are? I have to build the pitch first, because then I can build everything around it. You know, I can measure it off and make sure the pitch is going to be the correct size. I think it works how other people do it. Like I know Matt and Luke both do it that way. It's just a wild concept to me. I just don't mentally understand it, how it works. It obviously does. It always works out for them. I just don't mentally understand how. I do not use World Edit. I'm not on Java. That should be it. 3 and then 5 lots of 2. Yeah, it is. I got sent a video on how to install World Edit on Java, because I do have Java, but whatever I did, I obviously didn't install it correctly, and it just doesn't work. So just instead of like trying to get used to building on a Java without World Edit, I'll just stick to this because I know where I'm at with it. And I have synced my controller up to Java as well, so I can use my controller on Java. But again, I just feel more comfortable on this because I know what I'm doing with it. I also know how to make it downloadable for everybody on this, which is another thing. And I know you can convert worlds like from one app to the other, but again, I don't know how to do that. I don't actually know of anyone who does. So yeah, that's why we do what we do. Oh, it's good, Lewis Games. My friend, how are we? Vancouver is in Canada, but we're both playing the MLS, right? Yeah, we do. The Vancouver Whitecaps compete in the Major League Soccer in MLS. Why is that? Why do they play in well, but then again, so do Toronto, don't they? Toronto playing the MLS. Maybe it's to expand the amount of teams in it. I think it's only like major cities in the US that compete anyway, as far as I'm aware. Like LA or Miami or New York or Dallas or DC United, another one. Nashville, you know, just like major teams that compete. I keep forgetting it's a 1-2 and it's a double Z, a 1, a Z, or treble Z, and 3, and 3, 4, 5, and 3, treble Z, 1, and a sort of corner joint. It's probably more for the numbers. Playing an oversized stadium. We're playing an oversized stadium for an MLS game, yeah. I mean, I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know football, soccer, whatever, it's not all that popular in the US. Like, in comparison to how it is in Europe. So when you get a lot of teams playing at grounds in America, a lot of the grounds aren't really that big because they don't really need it to be that big, do they, to be fair. Whereas the BC place, like we were discussing yesterday, it's a multi-venue, multi-sport venue, isn't it? So it's like it's used for lots of different sports like hockey and well, hockey, NFL, football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, and possibly more. I don't know what else it's used for. So like due to that, you know, it's the size of a stadium depends on the sport that's being played there, because as you say, like for a soccer team, a football team, it's too big. It's double tiered, and they don't even sell out the single tier, the lower tier. It's like Stadium MK Dons. Like their stadium, as I understand it, wasn't actually built for the purpose of football. I believe it was built for the national ice hockey team. I think it was built for. But it's a shared stadium, and it's not used as an ice hockey stadium as far as I'm aware. It's just used as a football stadium now, but it's got 30,000 capacity, and we get about 6,000 a week. It's just one of those things, isn't it? I might be like uneducated on that. I might be incorrect about that, but that's what I've been told. 54,000. You know what? It looks an interesting stadium to build. You know what? I'm just gonna have a quick look at it. I'm gonna have a quick look on Google Earth. I want to see what it looks like inside on double tiers. Because I've only ever seen it on FIFA, so I've never seen it as a double tiered stadium. Can we have a look inside? Can we press on that, for example? What's that show us? Doesn't really help. It's a bit dark. Let's try that one. We need one like pitch side, to be fair, if possible. Please. So that's outside. Is that it there? Why is it so far away? That says it was on top of it. I don't know what that building is. That looks cool though. It looks quite good from outside. You're building Beaconsfield Ground. Where's Beaconsfield? Oh, there we go. That's inside. See, it's one of them that's quite interesting to look at, but it's quite overly shaped, isn't it? Circular sort of shape. Oh, they call the lions, not the bears. I called them the bears yesterday. That screen's pretty cool. I can tell you one thing, it definitely doesn't look like 54,500 capacity. On first glance, maybe it's the angle. I'd say it looks more around 35,000 to be fair. It definitely doesn't look 54. I'm not sure about the seating colours either though. I'm not keen on that grey and red pattern. The bottom tier is not too bad, although I know why it's orange, it's because of the team colours, but I still feel like orange is a bit of a shit colour to look at on seats. But the stadium itself, the design is very nice. I'm just not keen on the colours. I quite like these here. Although I imagine it creates a bit of a restricted view. Like, look at how far back these seats go. Like, if you're sat on, for example, these seats right here at the bike, you're trying to see something happening down here, you're not going to see it, are you? It's too restricted. It could be an interesting build for a future build, to be fair. I might look at building that. It's got a very interesting roof to it. You look at the sort of ripples in the roof, it's a very difficult one to build. It might be a future build though, potentially. The outside looks interesting enough. I mean, I've seen better outsides, but I've seen worse. I quite like it from this side, that looks cool. Bit more open, isn't it? I like the underpassage. That's nice as well. It's in a local area as well, so it's got a lot of buildings around it. It's easily accessible. Ooh, that looks really nice. The central library. I quite like the design of that building. I didn't know there was a high school right next to it. That's cool as well. And another arena. What's that used for? Oh, Rogers Arena. It's inaccessible from the rest of the city. I quite like that as well, how it's by the side of the docks. It's not far from the ocean. That's really cool. Is that the ocean? Would you call it the ocean? It's not the ocean really, is it? But then the ocean's only here, it's not that far from it, yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Washington's a state. I was correct, it was Washington. Oregon and Montana. Idaho. I didn't actually know Idaho and Oregon were that close. It looks an interesting one to build. Definitely a potentially one to build. You've done it and it's the hardest roof. Yeah, I imagine. I mean, I've seen some stadiums that have more difficult roofs, but there's not many. It's not an easy one to build at all. You know, like you have the which one was it? That massive one that the Holder built. Was it the Riyadh Stadium or something? Ah, it's got a really difficult roof. It's a difficult one. Alright, so we got to 203. We now go 7, 5, oops, 4, 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. 2. Oh wait, no. 3, 3, 3. Oh, 4 threes. Yeah, sorry. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 lots of 2. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. It then goes 1, so we're going to make that a Z. It's 6 and a Z. 2, 1, 2, 1, Z. Double 1, treble Z. So now going to become a quadra Z, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that becomes 4. Quadra Z. 2 Z, 1 and 1. I need to start finding pictures of concourse and stuff sooner or later. Maybe not today, but soon enough we're going to have these 2 stands finished. So we're going to have to start looking at what we do underneath. Your dad's company works in demolition. They took the old roof off of the stadium so they could build a new one. Oh, so it's your dad's fault. It's your dad's fault that roof's going to be really difficult for me to make if I do decide to make it then. I blame your dad, yeah? They're only using the lower tier for football, still no decent amount of fans. Yeah, it sucks that MLS fans aren't like as prominent about the sport as EU fans. Or anywhere else in the world, to be fair. It was your first time, so you didn't know how to do that kind of roof. Yeah, it's always difficult when like you're new to something and you try and do it. Almost impossible without world edit. I mean, like I said, everybody's got their own like different ability levels within certain factors of a game. It's like, for me, for example, building circles, like big circles bigger than plot scores, is very difficult. They're not impossible, they're just difficult to do without apps. Building most stadiums without world edit is quite difficult, to be fair, but especially the more complicated ones. Some stadiums prove a real big challenge. What's wrong? Already? Good start. 5, 4 lots of 3. And 6 lots of 2. And a Z. And then, yeah, 2, 1, 2, 1, Z. 1, 1, quadra Z. And 4 ones. Quadra Z. 1, 1, Z, 1. Ooh, that's something I've done wrong, isn't it? I didn't realise I'd done that wrong. I have to change that at the other side. I didn't realise I'd done that. Gotta keep the shape. I hate having sniffles. Not having much of a block nose anymore though, so that's something. Wembley has a very difficult roof, yeah, it does. It does have a difficult roof. It's got a difficult shape to it as well. The bottom tier is a lot like this. It's bigger, but it's a lot like this. But then the second tiers are again a bit like that, but on the back of the nets they sort of like round off instead of kind of like an oval, I guess. Then on the top tier it's like a big circle sort of thing. It's difficult. Yeah, if you notice what I've done here, I've done change the shape from a 1 2 1 2 1 2 to a 1 2 1 2 2. So I need to get rid of that one. Oops. And put it there. As it becomes a 1. Yes. What's the most difficult stadium everybody's built? Oh. Two, Z. Let me just make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 2, 1, 2, 1. Z. 1, 1. Quadra Z. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quadra Z. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, sorry. And 1. Again, just covering off those grey bits with the blue concrete. Wembley and Camp Nou are the 2 popular stadiums in the world. Only a few amount of people want to build it because they're hard. I'd be open to building both of them, to be fair, but I think Camp Nou's easier to build out of both. I think it's just the initial shape of them. I mean, I guess with World Edit, it's not cheating as such, but it makes it easier because you're using World Edit. Like, if you use World Edit to build either of those stadiums, it makes it a little bit more forgiving. So if you make mistakes, you can just change them with World Edit. But if you make a mistake building it without World Edit, you have to like manually tear it all down and then build it all again. It takes a long time. It's quite frustrating, that's all. I think it's more like a lack of motivation to do it more than a lack of ability to do it for most people. It's just tinkering around with stuff. I know how frustrating it can be when you make a mistake and you have to keep taking it down, redoing it, and taking it down, redoing it. You start telling yourself you're not capable of actually doing it. It's not true. You are. It's just a bit of a mind fuck. That's all it is. I used to tell myself like certain builds I didn't have the ability to make because I wasn't good enough. And I started changing my attitude to I am good enough to build it, I just have to have the right motivation to do it. Which is why I take a lot of time off when I build stadiums. You know, when I do the streams and then I don't release stadiums for a while. It's not because I can't finish it, it's because I can't find the motivation to put all the time and effort into it. But sometimes it does take a lot of motivation to build stadiums. Yeah, massive respect to pre-FX. Pre-FX I'm a holder, like most people, or like the predominant reason I started building. I always had an interest in building stadiums, or just big builds in general, I guess, on Minecraft, but without watching their videos, I'd have never started making videos on stadiums I built. Definitely wouldn't have started streaming if I didn't make the videos. When I first streamed anything, I used to stream Spyro speedruns back in like 2016-ish on Twitch. Well, actually I streamed on Mixer and Beam first, but then onto Twitch, and I didn't even use to talk for the first couple of years in my streams. I just didn't do it. Hated my own voice, and I thought everyone else would hate it, but I don't know, I'm a bit of a boring entertainer, but I'm confident enough to do it now. I love looking at cinematic views like that, panoramic views. I just think it looks really cool. $205. We have 7, 4, 754, sorry, and a 4 4 3 3 2 and a 3 3 3 3 2. Is that right? 3 3 3 3 2. Yeah. 2 Z Z Z 1 treble Z. And we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. When you have to fill certain gaps in, like we had to keep filling gaps in on the previous like corner thing, I always assume, I might be incorrect, but I always assume it's something to do with the people who make the Plots modeler models themselves that have just like calculated it slightly off. I could be incorrect, maybe they've done that for a reason, but I feel like this calculated it slightly off, which is why it shows the shape to be a little bit different, but yeah. Like I said, I feel like if you gave me any stadium, I'm not trying to boast, I'm saying if you gave me any stadium in the world to build, I could build it if I have the motivation to do it. But most of the time I don't have a motivation to do it. Like I said, I'm not trying to boast. I feel like like I said earlier, anybody can do it. Just finding the motivation to do it. And I feel like for myself personally, a lot of people give themselves time limits. They're like, oh, I've been building it for 9 months, which is way too long to build a stadium, and it's not finished yet. I'm not good enough for it. Me, I could take 3 years building a stadium, and I won't tell myself I'm not good enough. I'll just tell myself I don't have the experience in building the kind of build that I'm building to be able to do it any quicker. Because when I first started building stadiums, even like Bramall Lane, when I first built Bramall Lane, a lot of it was unfinished, and it took me about a month or 2 months to make it. And I only did the stands and the roof and the back of the stands. I didn't do any sort of intricate building. No mechanisms that sort of held the stand up. No like support mechanisms or anything. Nothing exterior. Nothing surrounding the stadium or whatnot. And it took me like 2 months to build that on my own. Like now, if I put the time into it, I'd be able to build that same stadium with all of the extra detail that I missed in the same time frame or maybe less. You know, and more authentically as well, a lot more realistic. But that's only because, it's not because I'm a better builder as such than I was. It's more because I now have the experience that I didn't have when I first started building. Like, Bramall Lane wasn't the first ever stadium I built, and it wasn't the first realistic stadium I built either. But it was the first, like, it was the first stadium I ever built on a scale where I was able to release it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I also, the first ever actual real stadium that I built on a 1-to-1 scale, and that was QPR, Loftus Road. I don't have a stadium anymore. It's on an old account on Xbox. But yeah, that was the first ever stadium I built. It was a 1-to-1 scale of QPR. So I always thought that's how you had to build stadiums. You had to do 1-to-1 scales. And then when I was watching PreFX and Holders videos, like early videos, and I was thinking they're not 1-to-1 scales. So I copied one of their pictures, like everybody does, and I thought the pitch is too small for what I feel should be a proper pitch. So I tweaked around with it for a while until I found something that worked for me, and it turned out what I actually used when I first started building, like Bramall Lane, is a lot bigger than what I currently use. But I didn't think to make, like I do now, I didn't think to make a pre-existing pitch that I can use multiple times over. I just like, every time I made a stadium, I made a new pitch, but I kept to the same designs. I think it was about 175 in length or something, and then about 125 in width. So it was very big, like, in comparison. Like, you see where that light blue concrete is all the way around, it was probably about that size. So it was quite a lot bigger in comparison to what it currently is. But then like, as time went on, I started to realise that's still too big. You know, it needs to be smaller than that. It's too big to be building around. when all's said and done, it looks out of proportion because the pitch looks too big in comparison to the build. So that's when I started tweaking it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Even as far as close as like the past year or so, like the past 12 months, I still change my pitch from time to time, tweak it because I think it looks too small or too big. I think the most recent development I've done to a pitch is changing the size of a centre circle, and that was when I built Rochdale. So whenever that was, Rochdale was built Rochdale that one. I think this is the first time I ever did that, and that was 2021, so just over 2 years ago. It's the first ever time I used a smaller circle. Well, I always used to be a lot bigger. I decided to use a smaller one. Ever since then, I've used the same size circle. Like the most recent difference I made to my pictures, my updated pictures, is the nets were only 4 back on in terms of webs, and now we go 5 back. It's just little small details like that change how a stadium actually looks. Because if you go one block back with the webs, you go 1 block back with the back of the pitch, which means the stands are now 1 block further away from the pitch on either side. So that's 2 blocks further in total, which means you get 2 extra blocks, 1 on either side of the side stands as well. So that makes it 1 block bigger on all 4 sides, essentially. You know, which changes how big your pitches are, how big your stadiums are. They're very, very, very minor like changes and very subtle differences, but without them, your stadiums wouldn't be the way they are. Your stadiums would look different without even like just 1 block changing. Your stadiums would look different. Like I say, I know some people, for example, like Matt, for example, or Luke, they could have forever changing pitches. I don't know if you do, but they could have forever changing pitches because they always build their pitches last, which means they build all of the stands first, which means their pitches could essentially be different sizes if that's the way they build them. I just feel like, for me personally, I think it's better, for my understanding of how I build stadiums at least, it's better if I have a pre-built pitch. I know a lot of people feel the same way. Yellow Stadium. Yellow Stadium? Norwich? It's now 1 year. Time flies so fast. Are you on about my stadium? Are you on about Norwich? I think I built Norwich on stream. I might not have. Let's make sure I've done all 4. So can't remember if I did. I did, yeah. Pirelli. Oh, Burton. The original one or the redevelopment? I'm assuming you mean the redevelopment. So we go 207. I have 7, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. 7, 5, 4, 3. Oh, wait, 4, 4, 3, yeah. 3. Because Z sort of 3. And we have 2, 2, 2. Z2, double Z, 1 Z. Z2, double Z, 1 Z, and then we have double 1. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 2. Z, 1. instead, yeah. Oh. You know about the one I put out on Christmas Day? Oh my god, I've got to stop doing that. I'm frozen. Help me out. Somebody come and hold me out. I really wish I could have like actual music on my YouTube streams. Be able to hear what I'm listening to. Got a fly flying around my room. It's annoying. Double Z, 1 Z. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 2, Z, 1. Z. Even name my face you. Oh yeah, go cold, even on the motion, drifting away. I don't wanna waste away my life. I'm frozen. Help me out. Yeesh. Looking good so far. Thank you, Lewis Games. How are we anyway, mate? Are you good? Haven't seen you for a while. Three, 2, 2, and 2. Z, 2. Oops. Z, 2. Z, Z, 1, Z. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, not bad. Just been working on a Stadium of Light and Doncaster. Oh, I see a lot of people are building the Keepmoat Stadium recently. It's one of those stadiums I've been to a couple of times. I never ever thought to build it. It's a very nice stadium, to be fair, and I never thought to build it. It's like Villa Park. I always wanted to do Villa Park, but then I feel like there was a time when everybody started building Villa Park, and I didn't just want to be somebody who copied everybody else and built it at the same time, so I sort of hung back a bit and decided not to build it. But I guess I'm at that point now where I could build it because nobody's building it anymore. But it's a very nice ground, Doncaster. I'm excited to see who builds the best version, to be honest. I know Reese is building it, you're building it, and I saw somebody else who was building it, so I can't remember who it is. But I'm excited to see who builds like the most authentic version. How's this Stadium of Light going? I was there a couple of weeks ago. We won 2-1 there. Yeah, man! We won. We actually won. I know, right? Wicked, innit? Wicked, man. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to get promoted, mate. And I say it every season, I prefer Championship to Premier League. I said it last season and people thought I was being salty because we lost to Forest in the playoffs and didn't go up. And now we're in second place and we look like we're going to get promoted. And the only thing that could make me want to be in the Premier League is if we win the FA Cup. Because if we win the FA Cup, we get entered into the Europa League. Now, from what I understand, you have to be competing in the top flight in Europe in order to be able to play any European football, which means if we're in the Championship, we're not able to compete in it. I could be incorrect. You could be able to be in the Championship, but as far as I'm aware, that's not it's not something that you can do. You have to be a Premier League team to do it. So if that is the case, then that's the only reason I really want to go up. Otherwise, if we don't win the FA Cup, I'm not that bothered about going up. If we go up, I'll still go. Obviously, I'll still support my team. I'm not that bothered about it. I like Championship football. I think it's very exciting to watch. Everyone always says, like, the aim's got to be to get promoted, which is fair enough. And eventually, yeah, but we only got relegated a couple of years ago. No, it's nice to be in the Premier League, but it's more entertaining to watch Championship football, in my opinion. 3, 4, 5, Z. But it doesn't mean that the Premier League doesn't have its moments. 2-1, 2-1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just one of them things, isn't it? If we get promoted, like I say, it is what it is. Your club got knocked out by Brighton. Grimsby? Is it Grimsby? We're in one of them positions in the FA Cup where I know we're playing Man City. And I know everybody's going to look at it and say, oh, you lose to Man City because it's Man City. And I agree. We'll lose to Man City because it's Man City. And I definitely don't expect us to score. I definitely don't expect us to concede less than 5 goals. But we are still in the FA Cup, which means there's still a chance that we could potentially win it. You got to give that chance to any team that's in the FA Cup. There's always a chance they can win it. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what surprises will happen. And another factor is we've never, ever lost to Manchester City in the FA Cup. So if history is anything to go by, that's a good sign. But a bad sign is that we've also never, ever won at Wembley. So one of those two records is going to be broken. We're either going to win at Wembley for the first time ever, or we're going to lose to Man City in the FA Cup for the first time ever. It's quite exciting to see what's going to happen, really. It's most likely the latter, yeah. It's most likely we'll lose to Man City. I mean, like I say, I don't expect to get anything from it. It's just, it'd be nice if we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I fully expect someone like Haaland to get a hat-trick. Just enjoy the day out, that's all we can do, really. And yeah, it's Grimsby. We just got to enjoy that day out, aren't we? It's like I said, I don't expect anything whatsoever from the game. So just enjoy the experience while we can. See all these great players. I just hope it's not raining. We got some talented players in our team as well. It's just because we're a championship side, we don't have the same pull that Premier League sides have. And last time we were in the Premier League, it was just bad investment really that got us relegated. I feel like this time around, the players that we've currently got click a lot better together anyway. But I feel like the investment we'll make this time will be a lot more realistic. Like, we won't just take punts on players that had good championship seasons. Because it didn't work for us last time. I don't think we'll do the same stupid thing this time. And we're apparently going to have a billionaire takeover if it ever goes through. This Dozier Booty guy. And if his money is legit, which I know a lot of people are saying it isn't, but if it is legit, it could be good investment that comes into the club, especially as a Premier League team. You thought you were going to win it when you beat Southampton? Yeah, it's easy to get carried away when you beat better teams in it, thinking you'll go on and win it. We did the same when we beat Tottenham. It was all like, oh my god, we beat Tottenham, we're going to go on and win it. And, you know, it's like I say, as long as you're still in the FA Cup, you got every chance of still winning it. It's just unlikely. Oh, fucking sniffles, man. But you never know with football, do you? And that's the beauty of it. And that's what I love about the magic of the FA Cup, is anything could happen. Last time we played Man City in the Cup was 2009, 8, 9, something like that. Joe Hart played. Daniel Sturridge scored for Man City. We won 2-1. It was a deflected goal which hit a balloon, of all things. And Joe Hart dived down, stopped the balloon, and the ball went in. Luton Shelton scored twice on that day. He's died now. He had neurological something. He had something wrong with his brain that sort of like shut his entire body down. He was in a wheelchair for a while now. Just it killed him eventually. Bless him. He was always one of them players. When he played for us, he was a good player. He wasn't a first team player, but he always looked quite good. For championship level anyway, but it's sad, man. But yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah, we beat him 2-1 on that day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's when we had money. We had players like Robinho in the team. I don't know. I can't remember if he played on that day, but you know, we had players like that. We had Roque Santa Cruz. We weren't anywhere near as good as they are now, but we were still like spending money quite good. We were a lot better than we were, but I guess that's the beauty of the FA Cup. And the balloon that he died for and saved didn't come from the home fans, it came from the away fans. That's what makes it more bittersweet. Is it was the away fans throwing the balloons on the pitch at the start of the game, and they conceded not long after because it hit a balloon and went in. So if you're going to blame anyone, you got to blame the away team, not the home team. So that's always quite bittersweet, knowing they sabotage themselves. Right, where we are. Right, on to the next one. We got 7, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was funny when it happened. The balloon goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 Z1 Z. The baby now. Take me into your loving arms. I'm hungry, man. That is 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought it was 5. Don't know why. Treble Z. 1 Z. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Z. 1 Z. Take me into your loving arms. I've been on this healthy sort of diet for the past few months as well. So I can't just go and like bang a pizza in or anything like that. I have to eat quite healthy. It's like chicken and pasta and shit, and it's just porridge. It's quite dull, to be honest, quite boring, but I have actually lost 2 stone in the past month and a half, past 6 weeks, so it's obviously working quite well. I mean, I work out a lot as well, you know, so I do a lot of weight training and a lot of cardio, so I do lose a lot because I'm in the gym, but 5, 6, 7, 8, but yeah, 2 stone in 6 weeks, I think it's really good, to be fair. It can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. Oh. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, Z, 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 1, Z, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3, Z, 1, Z. Put this in the photograph. And we got 10 rows left, I believe. No, wait, 10, 15 rows left. So we got 7, 5. So technically 60 rows left, so we got to do it on all 4 sides. 7, 5, 5, 4. Double 3, no, treble 3, double 2. I got 3, 3, 3, 2, so 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, Z, 1, 1, treble Z. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Always have to count that just to make sure that I've measured it out right. Hiya, Brit Race. Alright, mate. Did you get my message, Brit Race? About starting this palace. I don't want to do it too soon, so I have to get as many stadiums as I can finished in the upcoming couple of months. So I'm hopefully going to be starting a new job soon where I'll be working early mornings. So my stream schedule and stuff will be vastly different, and the time I get to like actually building stuff will be quite different to what I get now. Longer hours, more money, you know. So yeah. I don't want to start it too soon, so I want to try and focus on stadiums like predominantly. I can do, yeah. If you're on Bedrock, yeah, I can do. Me treble 3, double 2. 3, 3, 3, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, is that right? 2, 1, 2, 1, Z. Oh, I'm so hungry. Treble Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna go and put something in the oven in a couple of minutes. Just so I can have something to eat shortly, because I'm very, very hungry. So I'll respond on my phone while I'm downstairs putting something in the oven. I'll only be on for like 2 or 3 minutes, so I'm setting some food up. 5 minutes tops. I'll just finish these this corner on each side. How many months until the stadium is complete? I mean, hopefully I can get this and like 4 other stadiums complete by the end of May. Middle to end of May. Hopefully. That's the aim. That's the plan. That's the aim, mate. Whether or not that is the case is yet to be seen. But that's the aim. Won't you leave me now? Roll me now. You know me now. You both need no more. Won't you leave me now? Now. 3, 2. Double 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, and then Z. Yeah, and 1, 2, treble Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the 8th one we start a treble Z. 1, 2, Z. Oops. 1, 2. Anyway, well, yeah, that's the aim, Brett Race. That's the aim, mate. We'll see. Do you actually know Matt then? Are you a Bolton fan? I know you were talking to me yesterday about Wembley. Like, are you from Bolton? Oh, won't you leave me now? BWFC till you die. Yo, what's good, Vickers? Long time no see. How are you, mate? I've been to Bolton a few times, to be fair. I've been to Bolton 1, 2, 3, 4 times, maybe? Maybe 5. I've been when we lost 1-0 in the Premier League. I've been when we lost I think we might have drawn in the cup. Or won. I think we won in the cup, actually. I can't remember what the score was. I went when we lost 1-0 in League 1. And I went when we won 3-0 in the Championship. That still haunts my... It was the season that Bolton had a really good start to the Championship season. And then they played us. Hang on, just make sure I've done this right. I haven't done it right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Remember you played us and you're like top 2 or something on like 10 points after 4 games, 13 after 5 or something like that. And then we beat you 3-0 and it all just fell apart after that. I'm pretty sure you got relegated the same season. It just fell to pieces. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a good game for us. It might have been the season we went up there. I'm not 100% sure whether it was. Might have know. I always forget whether it was the season we went up or not. You went from edgy to classy. I like that. Give a round. Oh, round of applause for the Notorious B.I.G., ladies and gentlemen. I like that. Besides that, I think that's all 4. That is all 4. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and make some food. I'm gonna go and put some food in the oven, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'll take my phone with me and I'll reply to anything that anybody says in chat on my phone while I'm gone. And we'll come back and we'll do like another half an hour or something. Right, I'll be back shortly, so fire away with anything you want to ask. second, guys. I'm back in a second. What are you blaming, Capo? What? Bye. I'm back, but I'm just munching something, so be about 5 minutes or so before we start again. Ooh, look! My boy Shane beat 3-time world champion K-Dub on Rocket League. My boy. What's good? Yeah, I'm just munching something, so I'll be a couple of minutes before I start again. Ugh. Beaconsfield. Okay. 1 second. Oops, I don't need that. I'll do it here. Which one? Still which one? I'm assuming you mean this, but bottom, yeah. It's near London, it's near Windsor. It is very small. Do we have? It's right on the side of the motorway, so oh my god. That's kind of dangerous. It's a right dangerous place to have it. Especially for a non-league. I guarantee I'd be the kind of person to just smash it into the middle of the motorway. Beaconsfield. Egypt, eh? There's a place called Egypt in England. The fuck? Did not know that. It's quite nice. Is it near Windsor? Might not be near Windsor. Near Heathrow. Oh, yeah, it is near Windsor. Windsor's there. So obviously we went to Windsor before we went to Reading. I had to walk past Windsor Castle and whatnot. There's a pub just here, which was fair. So we stood outside of this gate and we looked down this big road. It's called the Long Walk, and it is fucking huge. I mean, as far as roads go, we're stood here and this road goes all the way down to there, right? I mean, look at how fucking long that road is. There were people jogging up and down it, mental that. I mean, army people jogging up and down it, like, but still, it's mad. Some nice places in England, to be fair. I don't know. So close to Heathrow Airport though. Never knew that. I knew Heathrow Airport wasn't far, but I didn't know it was that close. It's a big one, isn't it, Heathrow? I've never flown from two. Well, I've never flown from one airport, but I've been to 2 airports. Kenilworth Road. Luton Airport's the only one I've flown from. Not that big. It's not that nice. Only one I've been in, we're not flown from, it's Leeds Bradford Airport, which is just up in the middle of nowhere. Headingley Stadium. It's right up. This is where we stopped in Bramley. So Leeds Bradford Airport is. Did we stop in Bramley? I think we did. We weren't Bramley, it was Bramhub. There. That's where we stopped. This one, but we didn't fly from there because of the fog, all the flights were grounded. We couldn't actually get on a flight. Ended up not getting to our destination because we had to be there by a certain time. We didn't get there. It's the main entrance. It's a very tiny airport, very, very tiny. We got dropped off outside here, right? And there's a travel lodge there, right? And we didn't know this. We'd already pre-booked our hotel. And we were told it's within walking distance from the airport. Now, where we went, we had to walk all the way up here. Initially, actually, we walked all the way down here to get there. But then there's no path down here, and we didn't know this. We should have probably checked this before. So we had to walk all the way back up. And it's a big hill as well. Walked all the way up to here. To here? Is it here? Walked up to here, sorry. Welcome back, Ben, you're alright. Which was a carvery. Thought we'll have something to eat. And we'll go. It was like 20 quid for a carvery. Fuck that. We'll leave that. So we did. We ended up walking all the way up here. We had to get a bus because the road disappears again. And the bus took us all the way up to this bit. Where we had to get off, we had to walk all the way up here, past this massive field, all the way down this road. Was it this road? It wasn't this road, I've got the wrong road. We had to walk, fucking hell, where are we? From there we had to go all the way up to, it must have been further up. It was that road, I think. Yeah, got off here, sorry, we walked down this road. It's a massive road all the way down here. Up to our hotel, which was this, is it? I think this is our hotel. Yeah, this is our hotel. It's not a swim school. It's a. This is a hotel we stopped at. Oh, I'm showing you the hotel we stopped at when we were going to Dublin. This place, the Britannia Hotel. Now, when we came out of here, 5 in the morning. It was that foggy, it was genuinely that foggy that from here, this front entrance, you couldn't see the end of the building there. That's how foggy it was. It was like, it was that foggy that you couldn't actually see the end of the building there. And it's that close. It's close, still. But yeah, in total, walking distance, he said. Thinking walking distance. So that's where our hotel was. Just there. Our hotel was just there, where the cursor is. And Leeds Bradford Airport's there, where it says on screen. They said that's walking distance from the airport to the hotel. Walking fucking distance. Fuck off. That's not walking distance, is it? When we booked online, they told us it's like a 15-minute walk from the airport to the hotel. That's not 15 minutes. It's about fucking 5 mile away. Hello, Alex. What's good, mate? How are we? Halfway across fucking Leeds, mate. That's Brazil, so that's wrong country. Oh, shine, whoa. Oh, I'm full of cold. Yeah, okay. That doesn't sound too good. Everything alright, mate? Do you know me? Why do you ask him that? He's obviously not going to know who you are on my account. My name is putting me off, yeah. Why do people do that? You jump on a different account, like, oh, do you know who I am? Like, of course he doesn't, mate. He doesn't know who it is. Probably thinks it's some knobhead like me, but obviously it's not me because I'm on this account. So, mate, you're okay. You need to talk about it. Hey, when I read your message in case it were private. Like, not to do with the stream. Can't lie, I'm eating a Magnum, and it's actually taking me a lot longer to eat than I thought it would. It's nice though. I need to do these gangways shortly. And meat. And oh. I think it looks to me like they have like sort of steps down onto this area. No offense, you just walk off and just die. I can still talk if you want. Do you want to wait until I finish streaming, or do you want to talk on stream? I don't mind. I do have food in the oven though, so I'll be going to collect that in 8 minutes time. Something we're gonna do, we're just gonna add a little bit of this side bit on. Show when the night over. Right, so this goes in line with that, is it? Yeah, so it'd be one, two, yeah. Let me have my food first. Well, I'll be ending this very shortly anyway. Same phone, so it's a 1, 2. Oh my god, why does my stream keep pausing on my phone, mate? Oh. Closer. I figure. Baby, I might sound crazy. You're not my baby. A second shit. Oh, okay. That's duped me. I duped me. I've done that wrong then, haven't I? Right, what have I done wrong there? Baby, I might sound crazy. I'd say that's in line with about. Let's call it one down. Let's call it in line with like grey. But like that. They're obviously a lot bigger than Windows than I'm giving them credit for. So if we're doing 7 1 week. That's 7. With 3. I'm doing this so fucking weirdly. Right. If I do these up to here, and then take that off. Take that off. Do these like 5 or something. So that's what I'm saying. What is my Discord? Can I invite you to the gallery? Yeah, my Discord is. You just wanna add me. It is. How do I look at it? Your profile. Edit profile. It is. Fucking hell! Come on. I don't know. If anybody knows what my numbers are on my thing, I don't know what it is. It doesn't tell me. It's something. If anybody knows what it is, if you could let them know. Let Ben know, please. I said I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We try to do that as a 2. Why does it keep crashing on my side? My phone keeps pausing the stream, and I don't know why. It's not gonna work, is it? So looking for love, as I got no shorty. I'm gonna have to do it as a 4, maybe. Do that as a 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So here, yeah, that'd be 4 on each. That might work. We'll take a look. Cause I ain't got no shorty. Fours. I think that's what we're gonna have to go with, 4s. like that. Gonna have to look like on the sides. Get rid of the bottom one of them. Do you want to look at my city? Do I want to look at your city? Yeah, I'll take a quick look at it. If you want to tell me your thing, I need to go and grab my thing out of the oven first. But if you want to tell me, let me just copy this world. There we go. If you wanna just tell me your wherever your detail thing. Let's just sign in. If you wanna just put your thing in chat, and I'll just I don't really know how I add you or how this works, but yeah, I'll just Luke Royal. I think I have to do it through this. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. There you go. Just send me an invite. I'm just gonna get my food. I'll be back in a second. you. Oh, I'm back. Sorry. Soz mate. Yo, what's good, Harry? Sorry, I was just getting my food. How do I accept invites? I don't even know how to. Oh my god, I can still go on oh wait, do I have to add you on here? That's how I do it. Yeah. Right. I can still go on his Ellen Road. It's mad. Oh. Oh. I see. You ever get a face reveal? You got a face reveal. You've had a face reveal. My Discord's my face reveal. My face is everywhere, mate. That's me. Invite me again. Never invite, please. Ah. Oh. Missed a few boxes here and there. Oh, hello. I'm gonna start right here. Do you want to show me around, or do you want me to just have a look? Looks quite big, to be fair. Well, it's a small town, right? But it looks like quite big in the sense, like area. Stairs, okay. It's an interesting one. I've never seen that before. Have a look around. Well, stop disconnecting me. Send me another invite. We'll try it one more time. I'll take a look around when I do. Phone, stop fucking pausing me. That's different. I've never seen that technique before with the stairs. I've never thought about doing that with stairs either, like for roads. Could definitely be an interesting road idea. You think about yourself. Let's have a look up this path. What a car park. Have anything inside the buildings? No interiors yet. Okay. Is this based on a real place or is it all custom? No interiors in those either. Little walkways and whatnot. I quite like the roads. I think they're really, really cool. Ooh, got a Genel. Love a Genel. All custom. Oh, that's big. I take it these are houses. Ooh, terraced housing. And you got a few streets with them. What is this? Oh, we got a chimney. I see a chimney. It's coming out of a chimney. Is it never blocks? I don't know what it is. It's on fire though. That's a cool chimney design, that. I really like that. It's really well placed with the anvils and the is it blackstone wall? Deep slate tile wall. Okay. Okay. What building is this? Oh. I'm taking it you're going to be doing interiors and stuff. I like how you've utilised the stairs for this as well, for the windows. Alvord Street. Oh, we got street names. I love street names. Follow you. Alright. Where are you? Come on then. You lead the way. The castle, is it?
Yeah, of course you can, Harry. Show me your names. I'll give me your names and I'll add you. Does this say? Hang on, what is this? Is it a church? Like a little church, yeah. Okay. Little chapel. Again, very good use of the banners and the carpet. St Margaret's Chapel, yeah. The lanterns are well placed to light it up. Yeah, that's cool. It's well lit in here. Ah, he's got a bell tower. Love a good bell tower. Ooh, I didn't even know you could get bells. That's interesting. I didn't know they were a thing. Fair enough. Fair enough. And I like how you've utilised the chains for it as well. I didn't even know chains were a thing. See, this is how much I don't actually play regular Minecraft. Oh, you got a graveyard also. Oh, nice. Flowers outside. Yeah, they're cool. I like that. Well, where are you taking me now? It's an interesting build, isn't it? Oh, that's stable. It's like a stable. Some fields. Ruins? I'm guessing. Oh, we've got a football pitch, but it's on an angle. That's fair enough. I've never actually seen somebody attempt to make a football pitch on an angle. Oh, cul-de-sac. Looks like a thermometer. Look at the rows of houses. It's taking some effort, this, hasn't it? Some nicer houses. See, I like that as well. I like how it's not just too plain and dull. You know, like if it was just the same houses everywhere, it'd look very plain and dull. But the fact that you mix it up with a couple of more modernised, nicer housing just adds to that feel of realism. It actually reminds me of, if you've ever seen Wallace and Gromit, Curse of a Were-Rabbit, it reminds me of them kind of houses. It's cool, it's cool. And these are like really, really modernised. Bringing you into the 21st century, eh? Luke, if you're still here, I'll be with you in just a minute. Swimming pool, nice. You put a lot of time and effort into this, haven't you? I have just one criticism, if that's all right. And I'd have the same criticism with just about anybody who makes any sort of city. There's one thing I really enjoy seeing in terms of depth, not many people tend to add, is different layers, like different roads. So it's all on one foundation. It's all on one layer, you know what I mean? It's all like on one level. If you had roads elevating or descending or whatever, you know, like different layers of roads and whatnot, just adds a little bit more depth to your build. I'm assuming that's a hospital then. I'll check your trade in a minute. I have noticed it. That looks like a prison or a hospital or something. I'm assuming that's what it is. Something along those lines. Running track maybe? Sort of sports hall thing. Ooh, a little monorail thing. It's kind of like Man City. I'll take a look in a second. Interesting design. And your little train. Oof. Look at that. You must have watched some sort of tutorial or something for these, surely. The intricacy in the design is so cool. Better than I make when I make stuff like this. Alright, let's look inside this leisure centre quickly. What's this? Pique my interest. No tutorial. Fair enough, fair enough. Sort of like, I think it's a running track or something. Oh, we've got a little back door to that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, a little yoga thing, a little gym thing, nice. changing rooms with showers and stuff. I like it. I like it. Toilets, maybe. I'm assuming they're gonna be like toilets or whatever. Cool, cool. Locker rooms, yeah. Looks like my gym is a bit. Oh, these might be toilet stalls actually at the back. More showers. Yeah, yeah, I like it. Swimming pool. It's got a very homely vibe to it. Little viewing decks and whatnot. Pardon me, a screen, so it's for like competitions and stuff as well. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Did we have some stairs? Oh wait, we've been up there, haven't we? Sorry. Yeah, down there. We have, hang on, let's have a look around this side. This is the main reception, if I got my geography correct, I have. Yeah. Which makes this the next section. More changing rooms, maybe? Yeah, I don't know what these are, like squash holes, badminton holes, that sort of thing. What's this? It's like a little area. More viewing decks. How do you get into them viewing areas? I see a little doorway thing around the back. Is it round here? It is round here. Oh, nice. There's quite a lot in here, isn't there? A lot to this building. It is down here, yeah. I always think it's really cool when other people make stuff like this. It's like, I don't know what to expect when I walk into it. It's very complex to me. I enjoy seeing that because usually it's like, because if it's something I made and I'm looking around, I already know what's going to happen. I know where everything's located. I find it more entertaining when I don't know where anything is. Don't know what to expect. These are classrooms. This is like a school or something. Library. This is really cool. This is up there with Matt's city. I really wish Matt had let us back into his city. His city was fucking cool. The Union. I'm assuming that's a pub. The Union. Lovely. Right, I'm gonna Luke wants to talk to me for a bit, so I'm actually gonna on stream there. I'll take another look at it tomorrow, mate. A better, more in-depth look at it, or next time I stream. Thank you for letting us view it. I appreciate it. It's a very nice build. Right. Anyway, guys, you have a good night. Take care. I'll catch you again shortly, very soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.